This is a BBC News documentary about wetlands, natural treasure and beauties all over the world.
Fortunat. I'm going to talk to you today about wetlands all over the world. Wetlands all over the world are getting destroyed in many different ways. For example, Johannesburg River wetlands are literally sinking into the water because of missing nutrients. You might be thinking, where is that happening? I'll tell you why. Because of dams blocking the rivers that were normally bringing them nutrients.
This is a keyword break.
This is a keyboard break. Right now I'm going to tell you about the main keywords in this documentary. Wetlands, floating land and vegetation. Amazonia, one of the largest rainforests. Endangered species, particularly extinct species. AUCN, International Conservation Union.
Now let's go back to our documentary.
Disappearing wetlands mostly affect wildlife by destroying their natural habitat and their food web. Examples are birds and crocodiles. Birds are using wetlands as good fishing spots while crocodiles use them as a camouflage to attack their prey. Many are other affected like ducks, geese, woodpecker, hawk, wading birds, and many songbirds. Feed, nest, and raise their young in wetlands. Nature, waterfall, use coastal and inland wetlands as a food source or nesting ground for this part of the year. Without wetlands, the world food web will be dramatically affected. Of course, disappearing wetlands also affect humans. Even though we're the one responsible for that, disappearing wetlands of course also affect humans. Even though we're the one responsible for that, fishermen are running out of fish because the population is getting poisoned, and is starving because of industrial waste destroying the underwater vegetation.
This chart is showing our disappearing wetland is affecting indigenous territory and protecting natural areas.
Wetlands are also natural barriers against flow. Wetlands are controlling the water flow to prevent flood and the vegetation slows it down. Wetlands are also natural filter, for example. An 1890 study showed that wetlands save California for spending $5 million in clearing them every year. Without wetlands, California will lose all of that money in clearing wetlands every year because of industrial waste. Hopefully, there are many environmental organizations that fight against disappearing wetlands and deforestation around the world. One particular place is Amazonia rainforest. Amazonia is the biggest rainforest in the world. Which is cover up to 10,000 no plant species. Within this species, there might be even one that cures cancer. As an example, here are 6 types of medicinal plants and their use. Cocondicilo has anesthetic property. Sugar leaves. Codoncisilo has anesthetic properties. Chew it in your mouth for a few minutes and you will quickly fall asleep. Chapenvilla is said to have coagulant property and is used to stop bleeding. The root of the vasate tree is good for the kidneys. These leaves are ground up and produced as Geriatric. Present, present Gadi.
This diagram here shows about deforestation in wetlands in South America. This is the end of this documentary. Thank you for watching.